Did you know that the first oranges were actually green? Did you know that McDonald's once made bubblegum flavored broccoli? Damn, that's a tongue twister. Did you know that armadillo, is that right? Armadillo. Did you know that armadillo shells are actually bulletproof? Last fact. Did you know if you fake a certain mood for long enough, it actually becomes your actual mood? So, fake it till you make it. Let's start the video. Alright, so before we start the video, what y'all think about the intro? I thought that shit was sweet, a little creative shit going on. But yeah, so in this video, I don't know if y'all saw my last video, but in my last video I actually said that I was hoping that this video would be the coilover install, and it is. Y'all saw the coilover review, and now it's time for the install. I had them. It actually didn't take me that long. It wasn't that big of a process. It was my first time putting coilovers on a car, and it wasn't that difficult at all. So like, if it's your first time, then cool. If you've put coilovers on a car before, then it's no different. For Fortunato, pretty standard, normal deal. Excuse me, but yeah, honestly, I didn't adjust any of the dampening because I won't be adjusting any of that until I get the car running and I start driving it. Probably have it pretty soft for now because it's a daily, but maybe once I start, if I track it or something, then I'll, turn it stiff, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, honestly, I did record the whole video. I wasn't recording the process, so I'll just do a voiceover of what was going on throughout the video. So yeah, let's get straight into it. Alright, so to explain here what my dad was doing actually, because he was helping me out. Shout out to my dad. He started by putting WD-40 on all the bolts that we were gonna take off. So he started by taking off the brake, the one that holds the brake line, and then after that he goes on to the back to do the strut, where the strut gets onto the fork, and then we actually got a screwdriver stuck there, so we had to get it out with me using my foot pulling it down, my dad pulling it back out. So yeah, don't stick a screwdriver in there, just use a hammer and knock it out. It shouldn't really be that hard. And then after that, it was just taking off the two bolts that everybody sees at the top of the coilover. That's pretty much the last thing, and they just literally pop out. Alright, so here it's me putting the brake line strap, or little clamp that I would call it. What I didn't know actually was that other coilovers don't bring it, and Fortunato, like, it actually brings it to put the brake line. Some people just strap it down with zip ties, but I think that's a really cool touch from Fortunato, so props to them. Alright, I know people gonna be quick to try and flame me for my fitment, but that's just how they came, and that's how I'm gonna leave it for a while, cause I still gotta take my motor out. So I'll adjust the coilovers after. So don't try to flame me over that shit, alright? So the rears are actually not that hard. They should be a lot more simple, but the problem was I had a seized bolt, but I'll explain that later on. But yeah, the rears are actually not that hard. They're a lot easier. So just started by taking off the lower control arm bolts, because I was going to replace those as well. I have MPC, and yeah, it wasn't really that hard. So yeah. Before I actually continue with the next part of the video, I want to warn y'all. First of all, I want to explain what happened. So the actual bolt that goes from the strut to the lower control arm was seized horribly, and I couldn't think of a way to, like, people said, like, I looked at forums and people were like, cut it, go ahead and cut it, like do this other way, like pretty much any way that you would take out a really seized bolt. But like the fastest way that I thought, like the first thing that came to my mind was like a grinder, like just grind down the strut and like pull it off. Because I had, don't do this, like I'm saying this right now, don't do it. But like I did it because I had to do it, and because it was just what was fastest, and I had lower control arms ready. That was like a huge plus. But besides that, like yeah, that's all I want to say. Like don't do it. It's not something I would recommend. So yeah, just want to say that before I continue with the video. I don't want hate from it or don't do it, blah blah blah. So yeah, that's it. Let's continue with the video. Alright, so something I didn't explain was, since we cut the bolt, or we grinded it down, we had to buy new ones regardless, so because they were seized. So we made a quick trip to Lowe's, and yeah. Also, I got a little bored while my dad was grinding the strut down, so I decided to make a little montage. So yeah, it might be shitty, but hey, it's worth watching, so enjoy it. So after we cut the strut down, we still had to take it out. So as you can see here, my dad taking it out, and let me show y'all real quick. So yeah, that's how he cut it. That's what I'm saying. Don't do this if you don't have lower control arms ready, and just don't do it in general. It's a bad idea. You could catch fire on something or a shirt. So yeah, don't do it. Alright, so here you can see my dad, like I said, putting the control arms on. They go on the same way the OEM ones do. Shout out to MTC, they make great lower control arms. So yeah, they definitely hooked me up, and yeah, it's not that hard at all. It's the same process as taking them off, just putting it back on. Sway bar, and then like 2 or 3 bolts. Well, while I was editing the footage, I realized I recorded one of the things in like portrait mode, or like portrait mode instead of landscape mode, and it was like the whole, like putting everything back together, the rear coilover. So fuck, I mean I won't include half of that footage, so it is what it is. Alright, so I forgot to add that since I lost some of that footage of me putting everything back together, I made a little montage for y'all for what the car looks like now with the ride height and stuff. So yeah, after the montage, I'll talk at the end of the video, and yeah, peace out. Alright, so yeah, that was it. That was the end of the video. So so far, like, I haven't been able to drive on the coilover, so I can't give you a review. I will make a review though, maybe after a month or two of driving the car. So yeah, so what to look forward to the channel. Hopefully I'm pulling my engine out soon. That might be the next video, maybe, I don't know, I'm not sure, because I'm having some homies help me out, so I don't know when we're gonna do that. So yeah, besides that, there isn't really much content. Oh, I actually ordered a whole bunch of stuff for my car. I'll let y'all see. If you want to know what I bought, go on my Instagram, you'll find it there. And yeah, so for now, you know, I'm pretty happy with the coilovers. I haven't adjusted them yet, but it is what it is. I will adjust them eventually after I get the new motor and stuff. So yeah, stay tuned for what's coming. There's a lot coming as far as my motor. There is a lot coming, trust me. So thank y'all so much for tuning into this video, and yeah, till the next one, peace out.